Yeah.
Welcome back to Arena of the Contest here, Flanks06, continuing our PvP tournament. We are on match number 6, I believe. Tonight we have Wantwan here on the left. If you saw him last week, he played on Sunday. And then we got CrispyDude here, who hasn't gotten to play yet, but he's getting his chance here for the first night on the blue side. So we'll be kicking it off like we usually do with both players rolling the dice to see who goes first for hero selection, or they can choose to pick second. Wonton with a roll of a 6. And Crispy Dude with a 4. All right, both low rolls, but 6 is enough there. Okay, so Wonton, you get to choose if you would like to pick first or pick second.
I'll pick second.
Okay. I guess I probably should have mentioned this to you earlier, Crispy Dude. We have been playing with 4 new Tenaris Adventure dual class characters. You don't have to play with them, but they are available to play for the tournament. They do kind of play how you think it would be, where if you pick, say, Ravel, who is a brute tactician, then she would occupy a brute and tactician class slot, so you wouldn't be able to pick a hero with either of those classes. And yeah, and then we will just be using whatever the primary stat color as your token for that character. But anyway,
Uh,
yep, feel free to pick whichever one you want.
I will start with um, um no wait.
All right, Count Blake. And you will be all the dark colored tokens. So just so you know. Alright, Wonton is next.
All right.
Alright, picking Cedric. Alright, 2 brutes. So both players here going with a very high damage class. Cedric is definitely the way higher damage character than Count Blake, but Count Blake does have some really cool. He has one specifically really cool effect, his Call of the Master ability, allowing him to control a target and make a basic attack at the end of every turn. It is a
Good.
awesome ability there. Next up is Avalon. So Crispy Dude picking Avalon. So very another high damage character, high damage AOE, usually more than specifically.
Okay. Ascaron.
All right, so he's picking Askren. Awesome. So Wonton kind of breaking it up a little bit. Askren is a great, more defensive type character. He has celestial armor, which is very powerful permanent effect, making someone toughened and blessed. He also has essentially the most powerful heal
Say
primary,
Katharina.
which is Exalted Strike, which allows him to give up 10 of his points and health points and transfer it to an ally within 5. All right, so Katarina, some really good health transfer type abilities as well. Not, obviously this is a special attack, not primary attack, so not quite the same thing. But
Okay, I'll take Talia.
all right, So great thing about Askren is he can kind of be like a tank for a team. And I usually just call him like the heal tank, where you want to keep him filled up so he can dole out big primary heals if you need them. Katarina here going with a much more aggressive and controlling type team from CrispyDude. We'll see what he decides to go with next.
That's Necrawl.
All right, Necrawl, his last pick, so he is going with one defensive type character. Necrawl does have a interrupt and spectral lance, which allows him to make pretty awesome high damage ranged attack. And now Wantwan's last character here. He's finally picking who it'll be. A lot of possibility. He could go probably maybe another damage or controlling type character. Maybe something to contend with the permanent of Call the Master, or well, so he does have to be careful because Soul Link can.
And I will go with Zund.
All right, Zund. I usually don't see a lot of Zund, so that is good. All right, awesome. So kind of what Wantwan is doing here is what we usually do as well. You lay out all the cards so that way you can kind of see what there is. Specifically, the main rule, though, is that you have to show what specials you have. When a special is consumed, you flip that card over, and that indicates to everybody that that special has been consumed. But anyway, we'll do hero placement next. So both of you guys roll again, and the winner will then get to choose if they're going first or second.
Hey.
There you go. And a 3. And a 7. Oh boy. Be interesting to see how this one goes. Okay, so Wantwan, do you want to, in the attack order, do you want to attack first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay. And then CrispyDude, do you you do get kind of a choice on the map if you want the right side or the left.
Play on this side
Okay.
and
Yep. Place your first
start
hero.
off with
Yeah. So yes, that's right.
Alright,
Count
that's
Blake
all
does
I
have Blood Feast, which you can get some healing as well as
Just
Life
go
Drain.
right up front, I guess.
Also, Life Drain's great because you can put a health regen block on a character, and actually he's got 2 of them because Necrawl also has Evil Sword, which is an area effect health regen block, which is great. But anyway, so that is pretty interesting that he's got 2 of those types of characters, especially since Wantwan has 2 characters that can do healing.
Okay.
Yeah, so Zafar wasn't chosen, it was Katarina, just to clarify. So first drop here is Cedric. It looks like maybe Wantwan might be going in this order that he placed here, but maybe he's just doing that just to kind of set things out. Yeah, he's changing it up. Okay, so kind of maybe throwing off his opponent at the same time too. So Talia will be second for Wantwan. Good mix there, getting his healer a little bit earlier up in this turn order. Sometimes the issue with having a healer too early in the turn order, especially that first one, is maybe they can't really do that much, especially since the healers can do a little bit less damage than some of their other class counterparts.
Far back there. No.
All right, looks like Katarina is going next. All right, Nacro's right there along the line, playing very aggressive. Count Blake hanging a little bit back behind the lava. Katarina and Avalum right in the back. Talia, Askren, and Cedric all huddled around the altar in the back. And Zund looks like he's going to be off on his own. Like, I don't know, maybe he's going to try to go in the back. All right, so now that you guys have placed your characters, select 2 heroic actions. You can draw the cards into your hand. They can't see which ones you select, so you'll just hold those 2 in your hand, and then when you're going to use them, you just leave them out here on the board so that way we can see. Yeah, so pick those, and then let me know when you guys are ready.
So if I'm discarding it, I have to flip it before I discard it so you don't see.
Yeah. Yep, flip them. So, what do you guys think? Who do you think's got the better team right now? I mean, I know it's always kind of hard to say which is the better team because there's so many possible combinations in Arena of the Contest, and some really good combinations that we've seen come up before. So yeah, what team is exciting you? What do you guys want to see tonight? I'm really hoping that we'll see Celestial Armor get out early. I feel like that's one that often gets kind of forgotten about near the end. But at the same time, it's very likely that Katarina could just use Soul Link and remove that and give that to another character, which would be a pretty huge downside there. Zund also has some abilities to remove a permanent effect.
Same here.
All right, so you guys are ready. So let's see, special token is right here. CrispyDude, yep, whenever you're ready, we'll get going.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
All right, so CrispyDude here, starting it off with Necrawl.
Refresh my memory. Was I handicapping myself by not moving diagonally, or am I not allowed to move diagonally?
You can move diagonally. Yep.
All right.
And it still counts as 1.
I was handicapping myself and not moving diagonally for the longest time.
Oh no. Well, don't feel too bad. There's a lot of things that I did incorrectly before I started playing with the community. Okay, so just so you know, unless you're moving from this location, you incite a reaction attack
right.
from Talia.
So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do that.
Correct. Yep.
And he will.
So actually, that is especially the placement that Wantwan gave was not really a great spot for his, especially for Talia. She's already now pinned against this wall. So she's going to have to be able to get out of there.
Start off by using Evil Sword on Talia.
Alright, it's a good option there.
Oh, excuse me, Evil Sword.
Yep, no, that's good. You got it right.
I will get a hang of the not giving away who I'm targeting.
You're good.
Am I good to go?
Yep.
Well,
so
5
that
damage.
Is a miss, yep.
Only way I could start a game off.
Oh man, I had a feeling with these low rolls here that there was a possibility that
the end of my turn.
We might be getting some misses here right at the beginning, but things can always change.
Okay.
You're right. He is blessed. So I guess the only, so I'm gonna say this just one time since you are, you know, still new on this one. You are blessed because you're on the altar.
I don't have a choice for that, right? So I guess I
Yeah.
have to.
Correct.
My bad. Right. Never purposefully use that thing for a melee character. Okay, so.
All right. So
Okay,
that
so
was a hit.
I don't miss anymore. So 8 damage.
All right. So yep, 8 damage, and then now Necrawl suffers 3 damage from the altar.
And he becomes toughened. And negating healing within 2 squares of him. I am done.
So yeah, you're right. He
I
normally.
guess quick question, is that the source of healing or target of healing that I'm negating?
So you negate any effects that make enemies within 2 squares of. So the receivers of the healing
Need to be near him.
need to. I think it's. No, I think it's you. Because this is placed on you. So anybody that's within 2 squares of you can't be healed.
Okay, so. Alright, so stopping people. Alright. I got it.
Okay, so clarification: if I'm already adjacent to somebody and move to a new square and I'm still adjacent to them, they get to reaction attack.
Unless you sidestep.
Okay. So I'm going to use a special, and
Alright,
I'm going to
going
use
with his.
Bloodthirst on Necrawl.
Alright, going for his high damage ability here. Get
Any
that strong
objections?
permanent.
Oh, I do have a.
He wouldn't be able to negate this one anyway because it's only for primary attacks. And
Yeah.
I believe Avalon might be too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh,
7,
he has my line of
8.
sight anyways.
Yeah. So go ahead. That's a hit.
Tizer hits.
What was that?
Tizer hits.
Yes, correct. Although he got 11.
I had protect. Oh, I've toughened.
Yeah,
I read the
toughened.
wrong thing.
Yep.
Yeah, you're tough
good.
and not protected.
So
I read the
you'll
wrong
take a little
card.
less damage from the attack. So go ahead. What's the amount of damage there, Wantwan?
21 from 67 to 46.
Okay.
And I am going to sidestep over here. That's my turn.
Awesome. All right, so
Okay.
technically Wonton did also have Necrawl mobbed because he is kind of out here in the middle between Cedric and Talia. So he was definitely gonna probably get that strike. All right, so Count Blake is next here. Yeah, you'll have to keep on top of it, Tyler. I am exhausted. A big day today, so I am trying to do my best here, stay focused, and hopefully don't
Like to
miss
see everybody.
any big moves.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So generally, the way I always tell people to count is always in either a vertical or horizontal way, and as long as one of those directions is within the 8, then or within the whatever the range is, then you're good.
So all 3 of these people are in range of Call to the Master.
Okay.
Oh.
So he does actually have an opportunity to declare
yes, I'm going
focus.
to focus and then use Call to the Master.
There he goes. Okay. Sounds like Wonton's not taking an interrupt, so who's your target?
It's going to be Cedric.
Alright, good choice there. Cedric can do quite a bit of damage. Usually it's a little bit better on a ranged character,
Oh, wait,
but
no, I need a 3 because I'm
at least if
mobbing
they
him.
have a high. So he gets it.
Right?
Yep, that's a hit.
Oh, thank God I focused. So Cedric gets this card 2 now, and takes 15 damage. So here are the light ones. Goes to 50. And now that's Count Blake's turn, so now he can do the Cedric thing. Move 2 squares. I'm assuming there's no reaction attacks from
No,
these 2
because
movements.
it's not. Yeah, it's not his turn that he's doing them on, so he can't get reaction
Right?
attacks.
Or am I able
Oh,
to
sorry,
make some?
I was on mute. Yeah, you're correct. Since it's not his turn that he's doing the moves on, he can't incite
Yes.
reaction attacks.
So he's just gonna go over here. And it's not an enemy, so he wouldn't trigger Surgical of Retribution. Pretty sure.
Yeah, because it's not the start of Cedric's turn either. Or yeah, Cedric's
He's
turn.
basic attacking Askaran.
Okay. Yep, Askren there. 6. It's gonna be.
You get the +1 for the basic attack.
Yep, that's right.
So he barely hits.
That's enough.
But it's hit. So 8-2 Askaran. 5, 1, 2, 3. 8. And that is Count Blake's turn.
All right, great play there by. The only thing that he did, well, I guess he couldn't hit. He couldn't get the brutality because Necral's in there. But
Okay, while I am standing here,
hit.
I am going to.
All right, so Talia here.
I am going to just stand here and use Shield of Flowers on Necrawl.
Okay, so that means that he incites a reaction attack.
So reaction attack.
It's a hit.
6 damage to Talia.
All right, so now continue your attack. That's well, you are blessed.
Well, then let's try again. That's a 12.
So that's a hit.
So it should be 7.
Yep. Over to 39. And I'm going to put Shield of Flowers on.
So that toughened already taken
Second,
off
just a
6
quick
damage
second.
there for Necrawl.
So he's taking 3 damage from the altar. Does the altar apply to basic attacks? And or reaction attacks, I guess.
So reaction attacks, no, definitely not.
Okay. So I did not take 3
and
damage for that.
blessed rolls are only for primary attacks.
Okay, so did anyone already move Thalia's health for the
No.
bless? Okay, I will. And that is my turn.
He also does get to do
So
a hope.
Katarina.
And looks like he missed that one. Although I guess now that I think about it, it wouldn't matter anyway because Necrawl is negating all healing. So he's actually in a really good spot. He did a fantastic job. He's going to want to keep that evil sword up, especially if he can, to keep negating Talia's healing abilities there.
Where does she need to be?
Alright, so Katarina here is coming up next.
All the way up here to hit him. She has to be 5 for her passive, actually.
Oh, good thing he is thinking out the passive possibilities.
Can't get there. So then in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She'll go there.
Oh, great opportunity for Blood Curse or Black Plague.
She will use.
Really, either one would be good. Very beneficial for Necrawl with that vulnerable. And then, of course, Avalon can benefit from that
Blood
as well.
Curse.
Or the Cursed, which then would make it Talia taking a little extra damage there.
You will be targeting.
Picking out who
Talia.
he's going to attack. Alright, going with Talia. Good plan there. 15, that's a hit.
She hits. For 11 to Talia. It's 43, 32.
Alright, and definitely out of range here for Despair. So, as much as Katarina really could get done.
That is her turn.
Okay.
Alright, Avalon is
I am
up
going
next.
to play a heroic action.
Oh, early heroic action? Alright.
Use heroic inspiration to transfer one permanent effect from a combatant to another.
Alright.
And I am going to put Call of the Master on Avalon.
Alright, that is...
Now, at the end of whose turn does this activate? It's still Blake's turn.
So, yeah, so that's a good question. At the end of all your turns, you may move. So, yeah, normally it would be Blake's turn. So, yeah, at the end of Blake's turn, then Wantwan needs to remember to use the Call of Master.
And I am not going to move, so my turn is over.
Definitely gets kind of interesting.
So he becomes the you that is controlling the Avalon during this turn.
So it says at the end of all your turns, and that was in reference originally to Count Blake. That I believe the idea is that it still continues as Count Blake at the end of his turns that Call the Master is triggered.
But who is Avalon is making the attack under whose direction?
I mean, just whoever is the other team, because it's at the end of your turn. So whenever Count Blake finishes, then that's when Wantwan would then do Call of the Master, and then you continue on to his turn.
Okay, so. And then who took the 16 health?
Oh, good question. I haven't gotten to that part yet. Combatant regains or takes 16 damage. I am going to do... I'm going to heal 16 damage on Talia. Put her up to 48.
And now I'm going to be boring and undo everything you just did. All right, back to Cedric.
I had a feeling you had that in your hand.
I'm assuming, yeah. Heroic inspiration and doing it right back.
Yeah. And Avalon can still move, yes?
Yeah, correct.
Avalon wants to get closer.
Very quickly, two heroic actions used, both being the same one, which is kind of funny. We've seen heroic
All right.
inspiration quite a bit in
And
this
that'll end my
tournament so
turn.
far. So, CrispyDude really not wanting to allow that Call of the Master ability to be used
Okay, I'm
against him.
going to take Zune. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to use Dangerous Choice on Necrawl.
That should be a hit.
Alright. And you've got to make a choice here to go and kind of coincide with the attack name. You can either take 9 more damage, or Necrawl can't make primary or special attacks until Zone's next turn.
So Zun,
Whatever.
really awesome control
He
effect.
will be taking the 9 damage.
Take a little more damage, be able to
So
continue
16
making
damage in
attacks.
total. Or 13 because he's toughened.
Yep, correct.
And that is my turn.
So toughened, I believe, doing a total reduction of 9 damage over the course there. I believe Avalon used the heroic action, correct?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Alright, so still a really good spot here for Necrawl. I mean, he is a little bit more in a risky position for himself, but he can do a lot to prevent some of the healing abilities. Like he could put Evil Sword back on again, although
He's going to use Evil Sword on Talia. Or
yep.
use Evil Sword.
Keep going at it. Keep the pressure on of preventing that healing.
And on Talia. And he is blessed. He is making great use of those.
And yeah, that
He's
one's
not making good enough. So he doesn't take the 3 damage since he missed. Yes?
Correct, yeah. You have to actually hit with it.
So 5 damage to Talia.
Alright, so unfortunately not getting that really strong healing effect will allow Talia the opportunity to start healing her teams again. Fortunately, just getting really bad rolls on that one because he even was blessed.
Okay, Cedric is going to...
Really, the only other thing he could have done is try to get, you know,
and then
Count Blade closer, but it wasn't going to work in this one because he
going to
used
move
Call of the Master and was
once more.
focused to make that.
Reaction attacking.
Yep.
Alright, so Wantwan doing it again like we saw last time, taking
soon enough.
a reaction attack. This is his second one already of the night.
So 6 damage to Cedric. You are light colored.
And I am going
I don't
to
think so. I don't think that's
use Moonlight Rage on Escaron. I mean, Necrawl.
That is if you have 35. Does he have 35?
He's at 44.
no, he doesn't.
It's 5, however, you are mobbed.
Correct?
Yeah, Mike's there. Okay, so them touching like that doesn't stop it.
No, it would only you'd have to have one of your allies, so adjacent to you to protect you from it. So between Cedric and Talia, you're mobbed.
Ask Brian for that.
Yeah. So, yep, that is a hit.
So that would be 11. Yep, that would just be 11.
So Necrawl already taken a lot of damage. He still does have an opportunity
And
to
Necrawl
do
is now exposed.
an interrupt, which he might need to be doing here
My turn is
potentially
done.
pretty soon.
Oh, wait. What did you take? Oh, we can move 5 spaces. Here, Gucci. 5. And now I will be using Night Cloak. So now I do the movement first.
Just so you know, he technically has a movement at 6.
Oh. Well, he's gonna get where he's going anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured that when you said you were doing Night Cloak, but just to let you know anyway.
He's I do movement first, then reaction attacks would be a thing. I mean, not reaction attacks. The other kind of attack.
So you do your benefit move first, which you did, and then now you do your attack on whoever your target is now.
And this would be when he would do interrupts if he was doing one from this position.
Yeah.
So, Night Cloak on Natalia, in case I didn't say that yet. And
That's
is
a hit.
a hit, but I could end up critting since I am blessed, taking 3 damage anyways.
Yep, usually a good idea.
Close but no cigar. Where are you? So Count Blake takes us 3. Deals 12 to Talia. 2. And becomes protected. And is done with his turn. Oh no, and then he does Call the Master. So Cedric will... I guess they're adjacent. So like, if they were not adjacent, would it be possible for Cedric to mob with my teammates?
Let's see. So would Cedric be able to mob?
Definitely
yes.
not here since they're adjacent, but yeah, so if they weren't adjacent, then he could.
Yeah.
Alright,
So
anyways,
yeah.
he'll be... It's only primary attack, so he can basic attack him still. So he will be basic attacking as Taran.
That was 6.
5, 1's a miss. Which means I am done.
Alright, so now
Okay, I am going to
Talia is up. She will be able to
sidestep.
do a heal. Although she's still pinned against this wall.
And I am going to use a heroic action.
Using his second heroic action here.
And I am going to use Spring Seeds.
Heroic action or a
Heroic
special
action
attack?
or special attack.
Special attack.
Oh, okay.
If you're doing a special attack, 1, 2,
Yeah, so then you incite a reaction
7,
attack.
8. Then in that case, Avalon will be using counter spell.
Oh, okay.
Is that the right one?
Counterspell
Yes,
is the
counter
interrupt.
spell.
1, 2,
What am I
3,
doing?
4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And looks like you have vision and range. So yeah, you can make counter spell if you'd like.
And he will be counter spelling.
Okay. And you're successful.
So Avalon takes 10.
Correct. Yep. I was
I
just
am
about to say to do
currently-
that part first. We did have one match where somebody actually forgot to do their counterspell damage.
0 damage, no effect. Negate the attack, hasten. So just cancels the attack out and makes me hastened.
Yep.
And that uses my power.
Okay, my turn's done.
Yes, you've already moved and tried to make an attack. So yeah, it's CrispyDude's turn now.
So now I'm on Katharina.
So CrispyDude doing
And
a
the
very
special
good
attack
job.
will come back when it is Avalon's turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I will be
CrispyDude really
taking this
controlling the
back.
battlefield, it seems so far. Necrawl is a little bit is pretty low
She will
here,
be moving up.
but definitely not out of the fight yet. Does seem like he has a little bit
She
more
needs to be on
momentum
this line at
going.
least. 1, 2, 3, 5. She'll go right there.
All right, Katarina getting close enough to start
And she will use
to start using some of her passive despair ability. So honestly, while Blood Curse is a great ability, there was a lot of ways for Talia to negate it that last time by standing on the altar, for example, and potentially not taking
we
that
will
damage.
be
But that
using
vulnerable, I
Blood
think he attacked
Curse.
Talia at least twice. That he would have been benefited from getting that
And
vulnerable.
the target will be Talia.
Yes, that's right. That hastened is very powerful for shooter characters, and that is a hit.
And is a hit. So Talia will take the 11 damage.
And she is cursed again.
And somebody's taking 4 damage, and it can be 1, 2, 3, 5. Anybody but Zund.
So,
He'll give the
Crispy
4
Dude,
damage to Askarin.
great job there to really see the spots that he can hit.
And that is her turn.
All right, so Askren is up
Okay,
next.
I am going to
Fortunately, he does not have a special attack.
stand here and I'm going to use Exalted Strike on
So it could be a
Necrawl.
good time to get a big heal, especially now that...
Necrawl is going to use Creeping Darkness.
Oh, he is interrupting. Another interrupt from Crispy Dude.
Then interrupt.
And successful.
So Necrawl takes 10 damage. So I was negating Askarin's attack, so he's the one taking this 16 damage.
Yep.
Askarin takes 16 damage. So 43, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
CrispyDude is really
And you
keeping
may
the
move yourself to
pressure
a square
on.
adjacent to the target.
He really wants to make sure Talia is going to go down. So he already is adjacent, so really he would just be moving to a different spot if he wanted to be in one.
Go to that square. Yeah.
There you go. That's a good spot. Locking down all 4 of his characters in
Right
one
there.
spot.
Sounds good.
So he will be obviously mobbed
Creeping
again.
darkness.
Basically, he just needs 1 strike. Okay. So I think, and unless he changed his mind, I guess, Askren is done unless you're gonna make a move.
Sidestep. Yep, after that happened, I decided I'm going to sidestep.
All right.
Now I'm done.
And I believe, yeah, I was just about to say. Yep, got it. All right, so Avalon's turn.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
All right, so Avalon here with the potential to knock out Talia. So CrispyDude really controlling this fight. He has used both of his interrupts. Now, one of them is only a primary interrupt only, so it's...
So am I allowed to shoot, like, this square of this wall with Arcane Blast to hit as... Okay, no.
No, it would have to be a valid spot that you can actually hit.
I just used Creeping Darkness, so that's flipped. Alright, we will then...
So CrispyDude could use Arcane Blast, but he would hit Necrawl potentially with that if he wants to hit 3 of the characters.
You are in range right this second.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, right at the end.
I believe he will have to move
actually,
closer.
he would not be able to hit Necrawl's spot there because he'd just be out of range.
Happening. 2, 3, 4.
And he wouldn't be able to hit Cedric either with that because from where he was standing originally,
2, 3, 4,
Cedric
5,
was, I believe, at a range 9.
He's here.
So
he
the
can hit
Arcane Blast wouldn't count for that spot.
6, 7, 8. Yes. All right. No, not the center. That spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use that to touch lava. And now he can magic missile.
Alright, so he is going with his magic missile ability. I mean, Talia has slightly too much health to kill her with the effect.
Avalon's using magic missile. And barring any interrupts, he is targeting Cedric.
Alright. And he gets it.
Hits. 4. 10 plus his passive, so 14 to Cedric. So 1, 2,
oh,
3,
it's not
4.
That one.
You're the dark colored ones.
Oh, perfect. Nice even number then. And then 2 other people take 3 damage. I guess it doesn't really help to hit Talio with that. So, or does it?
So it might help. Well, I mean, unless he's going to kill her with like
Askarn's
despair or
definitely one of
something.
the two.
Um,
3.
it still can be beneficial to kill with a different type of an effect. That would try to see if he has any.
I
Doesn't
guess
look
we'll
like
give
he
it to
has any.
Zund.
So yeah,
You
maybe
are
not.
the
Just
Great
so you know,
question.
by the way, technically he just has to declare the attack and he doesn't have to say the target yet. So if you want to interrupt, you have to say it before
Well, I'm
before
gonna
that
interrupt
anyway.
then. Yep, I'm gonna interrupt with Zun's Mirage.
Alright. People love interrupts in the PvP tournament. It does have
So
some very strong
if you
potential.
don't mind, I'm just taking your die out
Oh,
the cannon.
yep. Mm-hmm.
And he is successful.
18.
Interrupted. Goodbye, Spectral Lance.
So that's 10 non-lethal damage to Zund. And I can remove one permanent effect from a combatant within range, so I'm going to remove Call of the Master. And that's just gone.
Yep. And I believe you still have to do the hit damage as well.
Sing to 6 damage, okay.
Yep, so that will, I believe, kill Necrawl. So, good play there by Zund, knocking out Necrawl. Necrawl taking a lot of damage right at the beginning. Obviously, he was really in a risky position
so
to
that
begin
was
with.
Necrawl's turn. He's now dead, so I believe it is now my turn if I'm correct.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
So, one character down for
I am going
CrispyDude.
Move 1, 2.
So Cedric is in that
And I'm going
enhanced
to use
damage position. He is
Moonlight
injured
Rage
with low 35.
on Count Blake.
And now he's really going to be able to play it to CrispyDude here. If he can get the hit.
And I only got a 2. So that would just be 5 damage. My turn is done.
Unfortunately, missing that attack there. He could have stood on the blessed spot. Let's see, who's the attack? Count Blake. Yeah, so just not enough. He had a 2, so he would have been mobbed normally by Askren and Cedric, but not in this case, not enough. Yeah, you're right, Sonny. Definitely very interesting with 4 interrupts here. Askren, Zund on Wantwan's side, and Necrawl and Avalum on CrispyDude's side. So while CrispyDude did do some really key plays of controlling the battlefield, already Zund coming back and knocking out Necrawl from him using that special attack and removing that Call of the Master. Very powerful pro play there to do that.
Night's Cloak.
Great ability. Great play.
To this location.
Alright, so Count Blake jumping into the battlefield, looking like he is going to...
He will be targeting...
Might want to take out Talia here before she gets off that heal.
Talia.
And he is just short.
And he'll be missing.
So Talia down at 1.
That ends my turn.
So
Okay.
some of the misses starting to add up here.
Now for Talia, I'm going to sidestep.
Talia
And
here
I am
does
going
have
to
cursed.
use...
So since she's standing on the spot, the bless and
Nymph's
curse will
Kiss
cancel out.
on... I'm actually going to use it on... yeah, let's just use it on Count Blake.
Alright, so he's going with the lowest health character there. Actually, I guess Avalon's lower.
14.
Is a hit.
So that is 6 damage to Blake. You or an ally within range regaining 7 HP. I'm going to give that 7 to Talia to put her back up to 8. An ally within range is blessed once per turn and hastened. I am going to put that benefit on Cedric. Yep. And then there is her passive. An ally within range may regain 4 health but can't regain health this turn. I'm going to put that on Cedric. putting him to 34.
All right. So couple things right here before we finish this. One is Talia is on the altar, but since she has the blood curse, the curse cancels the blessed, but that doesn't change the 3 damage aspect. So yeah.
So does the alter damage occur before any benefits from the attack or after?
No, it's after a hit.
Okay.
So yeah, so and specifically like your case where she was like really low, she wouldn't die to it. And the other thing is the alter damage is non-lethal, so even if
Right.
it was, it wouldn't count. All right, so he's all done. So now back to CrispyDude. All right, Katarina there. Also, let's see, pull this back here since that's removed now. So Katarina here's turn has some ability to swap some health around. Not really needing to because he's got 3 of his characters a lot higher. But he could transfer potentially
we are
his
going to
bloodthirst
be
effect.
using a heroic action
Oh,
or
another
heroic
action.
magic to deal 10 damage to Talia, finishing her off without rolling dice, because clearly that's necessary.
That does happen. Oh, and just to note there, so Nymph's Kiss stays on until Talia's next turn, and then it would be removed.
Okay.
I thought everything just disappears once you died.
I mean, I can double check, but I believe temporary effects stay until the start of that dead person's next turn. But I'll double
Weirdly,
check
I don't
for
think
you.
I've ever had it come up with a temporary effect somehow.
Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot.
Only permanent effects, to be honest.
Yeah.
While you're checking that, regaining a removed permanent effect. Can that be Call of the Master to Cedric?
So if the owner of the attack card dies, the effect remains active until the turn that would belong to such owner if alive starts.
All right. So, is taking Call of the Master back an option?
So, okay, I'm sorry, what was the question again? You wanted to regain a removed permanent effect?
Would like to know if it's an option.
Yes.
So I could put Call of the Master back. Would it have to then go on Cedric, or could it go on anybody?
That is a good question. I'm personally, since it's not very clear, I'd probably rule that, yeah, it does need to go back on Cedric. Since that's, since it was regain a removed permanent effect, and you're regaining that permanent effect that was on Cedric, so I think that's how it should be played.
Okay.
It's weighing the options.
Yeah, I believe it is more valuable to bring back Necrawl. So we're gonna bring him back. With that 10 life.
Okay.
5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can go right there for his 5 squares.
Necrawl in a position.
And Katharina would like to.
Good position
1,
there, but
2,
he definitely
3.
will be mobbed again, it looks like.
Over here, you probably can't see each other.
Moving back.
Right there's fine.
And that will be it.
So that's Katharina's turn.
And now we are on Askren. So Askren here Finally now getting some options. He still needs to watch out for Soul Link, so he may still not be
Okay,
able to
I
use
am
Celestial Armor.
going to. I'm going to use Wings
Yeah, he
of
flipped it up.
Justice on Necrawl.
Alright, so he is, essentially he's going to be able to kill Necrawl here. And he is blessed for this attack. And he gets
I got 12.
Down you go.
And,
It was a short-lived revival.
yeah, very short.
You stalled me, that's what matters, I guess. So. Wait, I did say Wings of Justice, right?
Correct, you said Wings of Justice.
Okay, so Ascaron's protected until this is used for his next turn. You or an ally within 5 squares of you regains 3 HP. I'm going to give that to Ascaron.
Alright, well since he was on the altar, it technically just negates it.
Oh, these wacky altars.
Well, this is one of the reasons why Dragori actually changed the rules on this, because
People would just camp on these and it was kind
yeah,
of ridiculous.
yeah. Oh, it was ridiculous. I had seen so many PvP matches where everyone's just standing on an altar, and it just kind of made it a little boring. And even 3 damage really isn't that bad, but at least there's some kind of repercussion for it.
Yeah. So my turn's done.
So it's my turn for Avalon.
Yep. Avalon here.
So Katharina's not
back.
blocking
He
him from
can
focusing anymore, so he can
focused.
focus and
Yep, that is a change.
Arcane Blast the 2 of them.
Let CrispyDude know about. So yeah, he does. Actually, he could hit 3 of them if he wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he does have it, so he could hit that spot if he wanted to. And hit 3. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It's Count Blake is
they're
his
both
guy.
5-way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're both 5-way, so it doesn't matter who I hit for. As long as I hit somebody, I get that damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. Alright, so Cedric a little bit lower, and then actually no, Askren and Cedric are the exact same hit points.
So I will target
Cedric is pretty dangerous at this
Cedric
point.
first. Oh wait, what does Cedric have on him? Okay, now it's trying to block stuff. So I will target Cedric first.
So 2 heroes down, 1 on CrispyDude, 1 on... Oh, and a critical hit.
Oh, right. So what does a crit do?
It adds 5 damage. So 5 damage.
Plus 9
Askren,
plus
you said?
4. No, I was doing Cedric first.
Oh, okay.
So 18 to Cedric. So 24 minus 8, 1, 6, 7, 8.
Cedric taking
And
a
then,
hard hit
Ascaron,
there.
Sorry, I had a minor interruption, but I was targeting these 2 with Arcane Blast in case I didn't make that obvious in between muting.
Yeah.
So as for Ascaron, is a miss.
That's a miss.
So that is Avalon's. Oh wait, he focused. How does focusing work?
Oh yeah, you're right. He
That
did
only-
focus. So in focus, all of your targets are exposed. But he is protected. Askren's
The plus 3
protected.
takes away
So,
the minus 3, so I
yeah,
still missed.
it cancels. So yeah, it's still a
Okay.
miss.
Alright, so he's done then, and this becomes ready again.
Alright, so...
Okay, with Zund, I am going
good thing
to
Askren got that
so
protected
narrowly
status.
sidestep over
He also could have
here.
moved Avalon or Cedric if he wanted with Arcane Blast, but didn't need to.
And then I am going to use Dangerous Choice on Count Blake.
Count Blake's reaction attacking.
Yep. So the fourth, I believe fourth or fifth reaction attack. 18.
So he
That's a
hits
hit.
for 8 damage
So,
on Zund.
one, and I think
33.
out of the 4, I could be wrong, out of the 4 reaction attacks,
And
I think
now
3 of
Dangerous
them
Choice.
have hit. So that adds up. Really got to be careful when you're taking those, that they're really truly needed. 16, that's a
It's
hit.
a hit.
Yep, so +9 damage or Count Blake can't make attacks. Primary or specials.
Do you think you're gonna hit anything anyways, Count Blake? Where are you, Count Blake? Oh, you're over here. Within range of his passive?
I don't think so.
No. Okay, so I'll have to deal with that damage. So it's just Count Blake taking... It is only 7 damage if I go for basic attack.
So you'd like to take the damage, or?
2 enemies. His Blood Feast can't target the same person twice, correct?
Correct.
Then, yeah, he's just gonna take the 7 damage.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, it's 7 damage is the hit damage. It's 9 damage is the effect. So
Yeah.
total is
So
16.
he's taking the 7 damage and he can't make the attack.
Okay. I see. So you're choosing the can't make primary or special attack.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. I was confused.
Alright then, that makes my turn done.
I did not move the 7. I was this
well.
close to doing it, then I realized, wait, I'm not supposed to.
Yep.
So, Count Blake is just gonna swipe his little claw.
Alright, CrispyDude really watching
He's going
all
to
of his
sidestep to
options.
this spot.
Doing a great job. So he can't do a primary
And a
special
basic
attack,
attack.
but he will be able to
on
basic attack, which still is
Cedric.
can be quite a bit of damage. Because
every
he can
time.
get his passive and he can get that basic attack, which would be a 12. And that's a hit.
Okay, so 8 damage to Cedric. Cedric is this one.
Oh,
So
and
that is his turn.
looks
When does
like
this technically go back?
At the
Zund's
start
turn.
at the start of Zun's turn.
Alright.
So sounds like Count Blake here is going to miss that brutality trigger that he could get.
Okay, I am going to use a special with Cedric.
Which would be pretty good.
I'm
Let's
going to
see,
use
do another
Bestial
4.
Fury
Wouldn't be enough
on
to kill
Count
him,
Blake.
but... Alright, so he's going to do some massive damage here against Count Blake if he can get those hits. So he will strike the target twice. And that's a hit.
Right, the first strike is a 7.
So
Oh,
he
goodbye,
already
Count Blake. It was nice knowing you.
24.
And the second is a 19, so that
Ouch.
is...
Way too
Well-
much damage for him to take.
24.
Well, actually, this 19 turned into a crit because of Bloodthirst.
It was already way too much damage, so even more than way too much damage.
Well, I don't know yet. So we have 12 plus 3, so it's 15 plus 12 from the first hit. That is
Like over 50 damage.
no, that is not over 50 damage.
Does
Okay,
that effect
so-
not happen twice?
Well,
No.
Oh, the
no,
effect
the crit
doesn't
doesn't happen twice. So it's 24 from both attacks landing, plus 3 from Bloodthirst, so that would bring it up to 27. But thankfully he's adjacent to some of my allies, or I'd have to do more math. So in total, that is 27 damage. From 30.
No, because so you hit him twice. That's 24, and then you have fewer than 35 hit points, so you get that effect of plus
shoot.
12.
That is both times, is
So
it not?
no, it's just once.
Oh. Oh, applies once. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, you can look at the card to apply once, even if you hit multiple times.
So is it 36 starting?
So it's 36 between
Plus
the
the
hit
crit.
damage and the effect, plus
And the
5
crit
more from the
finishes them
crit.
all.
So that's 41. So that is enough to kill Count Blake.
Well then.
Yeah.
So now this is something I've actually never encountered. Can multiple corpses occupy one space?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's there until his turn. Not that it matters.
Yep. And before all this craziness started, did I already move with him?
No.
Okay, I am now going to run like hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Alright, so...
That's my turn.
Cedric running for the hills there, doing a massive amount of damage between Bloodthirst and hitting with his Bestial Fury ability, which is now consumed. So CrispyDude losing another team member, Count Blake, who was actually doing pretty healthy. Yeah, that you're right, Sonny. That was really good that he didn't miss that blood. I'm sorry, the bestial. Keep messing this up. Sorry, bloodthirst. Getting that additional crit because that was enough because he couldn't get that brutality trigger due to the position of where he was at. Yeah, you're right about Mr. Comment here about the heroic magic. Yeah, heroic magic generally for rezzing somebody isn't really that fantastic unless you have a really good position that you're going to put them in, and then maybe be able to set up some powerful heals to come up after. It's really not that great. Yeah, that is a valid spot to move. That's not a wall.
Oh, that's not a wall. Oh.
Not a wall. Yeah, you're the I think third person to ask the same question.
All right.
It's a new artwork change that has confused a lot of people.
Okay, well, she still couldn't see from there anyways, but she can see him now. Yes.
Let me double check the vision here. Yes, from these two squares, yeah, Katarina can hit Zund.
She only needs to move that one spot. And she is happy with that one spot. And she is targeting
5, so he can get Despair.
Exactly.
As well, so looks like he's considering his options.
She does want to move one more. She wants to move right there.
Might as well at this point.
Alright, she wants to move there. And she will be using Blood Curse.
Alright.
Are there any interrupts left in the game?
Yes.
Yes, there is. But he currently can't do one because his special's down.
Alright, so Blood Curse on Askarin.
Alright, so he is going to curse Askren here. And that's a hit.
19, so 11 damage to Askren.
So still, like I mentioned
23.
earlier, not a super great ability to
And
use
4
where
damage
he's
to
standing,
Sund.
because he can negate that curse from the altar, as
And
long as he's on the
Askren
spot,
gets
obviously.
this.
So Askren might have to move here.
Oh, what
But
does he have?
um,
Oh, is he still protected?
Yeah, but that didn't change anything.
Okay.
yeah, that was still a hit.
Oh, that's what makes defense higher.
Yep.
Oh, well, good thing I rolled some. I didn't see that. Probably would have attacked Sund had I read that, but thank you, dice, for working for me. I am done.
Alright, so CrispyDude, now, even though he is 2 characters down, he still does have quite a bit
Okay,
of
I'm
help.
going to move 1,
We'll have to
2,
see how this plays
3,
out here.
4,
He could move up a
and
little
then
bit more.
I am going to use Wings of Justice.
Yep.
And I can move 3 before doing it. So I'm going to go
Yep.
1, 2, 3. And I'm going to hit Avalon with that.
Okay.
Alright, so Askren moving up there, making it a little risky because he is really close to that lava. 12, that
12.
is a hit.
So that would be 10 damage. And I get the same benefit back. Additionally,
Oh, you
I
are
can-
cursed.
oh, you are right.
You have to roll twice.
That is correct. And
You
does
did not help.
matter.
Nope, so I'm going to heal him up by 3.
That is kind of the downside of
And
using
my
that
turn is done.
ability, is it may just do absolutely nothing. You may not get that additional damage for miss. So vulnerable, I think, would have been the better option
So
here. For
since
Black
Avalon is hastened, he can just focus right here and declare attacks and not be punished.
Plague. No, he can't focus because Askren.
Oh, that's right, because
That's
Askren's
too
there. Never
close.
mind. Never mind.
But yeah, you can make an attack from that position without inciting a reaction attack.
So we are going to use Shockwave. You can see him, right?
Yep, he definitely
Yes, that
could
looks
stun
like
you if he wanted to.
Vision and 1, 2, 3, 4,
CrispyDude's
5,
really been
6,
splitting that damage up a
6.
lot.
By the way, so he would get the bonus on Zund, at least.
So it looks
If he
like
hits.
he's going to attack Zund
So he's going to use Shockwave.
on 6, 7. Yep.
Or
Alright.
wait,
He's
who's the
gonna
person
hit
with an
both.
interrupt?
That is a good time there.
Mascaron.
It's not just primary attacks either.
No. The only ones that is for primary attacks are the tanks. So he's asking if he wanted to interrupt.
Oh,
Oh no, I was seeing if he could actually, because
I
that kind of
could,
changes my
but
decision.
I will not.
Okay.
However, because you're including me as part of your attack and you start adjacent to me, you still trigger his passive.
Correct. Well,
more damage too.
yeah. I don't think he declared the target, but considering there's only 2 people, I'm pretty sure
yes,
that's what you're planning to do.
Yes, he was going to be a part of the attack.
Yeah. So yeah, you will suffer that 4 damage. Who's your first target?
It just matters for the miss part. So let's see. If we miss, who wants 15 damage?
It actually matters for the his passive as well. So to get accuracy, he would need to hit Zund.
Oh, the Wings of Just. Oh no, he just put that back on him. Okay, never mind. Did he? Yes.
Yeah, he just put it back on Askren's last turn, so he's good.
He has it again. We will attack Zund first. So Askren will take the miss damage. 12
That's a hit.
is a hit. So 16 plus the passive, so 20 damage to Zund. And I can move him 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. And now to Azkaran. Ridiculously high number. 15 is a
Still got
ridiculously
it.
high number.
Yeah.
So that is 16 damage to Azkaran, brings him down to 10. And he's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Never mind. Can't get out of the lava, so 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Out of the lava. So lava's 4 damage, right?
Correct.
So down to 6. That uses Shockwave. And he will. Who's next? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Just,
5.
I think you might be good anyway, but
1,
if you cut the corner on the lava, yeah, take damage.
5. Yeah, he'll go
Okay.
there. 1 less. Just in case. I'm bad at counting. Alright, that's Avalon's turn. So Katharina takes this.
Alright, so CrispyDude
Sun's
very
turn, he can
quickly
have that
putting
back.
all 3 of Wonton's characters within less than 10 damage left. If once we get back to Avalon's turn, if they were to group up like Cedric and Zund, be close enough, or Zund and Askren or anybody to be teamed up, basically Avalon could wipe out multiple of them at the same time, which
Okay,
I'm
I'm
sure
going to move
Wonton
1,
knows about.
2,
And we'll try
3,
to avoid that
4,
as much as he can.
5.
He can see both of them then.
Yep. And I am going to use a special. I'm going to use Nightmare on Katharina.
Alright, so Zun trying to help his team catch up here, putting weakened effect on Katarina, and he is successful.
11, so that
That's
should
a
be
hit.
a hit.
So that will end up being 18 damage on
Okay,
her,
so that is first
but
18
he will
damage.
not be able to
The altar
get
doesn't work
the
for special
despair.
attacks, right?
Right.
Correct, yeah.
And she now has this effect.
But
And
nobody's in range for the
Avalon
4.
is... Yeah, Avalon's out of range for the passive, so... My turn's done.
Alright.
Alright, so Katarina is up next. She can knock out Askren or Zund from where
Here
she
she'd
is
be able
at
to
now.
hit him, so she backs up
So she
here. 1,
might.
2.
Oh, no, she's
I
going to move.
can't count. 1,
I was
2,
going to say
3,
he might just want to use
1,
that
2,
focus
3, 4,
and
5.
just
She needs to
knock
be in
out
this
Zund.
column to hit Zund with the passive.
Will not be enough to
Do we
kill
have them
Zund,
here?
but
Or do
he's
I need to
trying
move
for it
other
anyway.
spots
Personally, I would have went with that focus
So she
because
can
Askren
see
is protected on
Askren
this
and
one.
Zund is in range for the passive.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Take her attack back. So we will use. I don't believe it matters because if she hits Zund, then he's dead either way. They both seem to do the same thing if she hits or misses. So we'll use Black Plague just because I don't think she has yet. So Black
Alright.
Plague on Zund. Wait, he was in 5 or do I have to target him? 1. She has to be here. Okay, I guess I'm targeting.
You're attacking Askren, you said? Or are you attacking Zund?
Well, I'm realizing I moved to the wrong spot to do what I wanted to do. Will that 4 damage matter? Should die to any hit at this point, so I'll say no and just attack.
Alright,
Just
so he
attacked
could
him,
have
so
just
I need
used
a
that focus at the beginning to do
10 to
that
hit
as
him.
well. Yeah, like I said, once it gets this low, it doesn't really matter that much.
She'll use it on Askran.
Oh,
So I need a 10 to
I'm going to
hit.
attack Askren instead. That is a little riskier. And he gets a critical
I
hit.
didn't. So Askran takes the 11 damage and dies.
Yep.
And Zund takes the 4 damage. And she already moved, so she is done.
So
And she didn't use a special, so that's
two
ready.
characters here left.
Now it is Cedric.
Unfortunately, Cedric does not have, he's not going to be able to get close enough to make an attack on this one. And his special is down, so he can't use a heroic action. So on this one, he might just have to move to a slightly closer spot, but that's not going to put him in an attack area, at least for this one turn, and just not do anything. And then Zund will just have to take the death
is
blow.
it possible just concede?
If you'd like to, yeah.
Yeah, I will. I'll be honest. I kind of zoned out whenever Shockwave happened or whatever that attack was.
Yeah, Shockwave.
Yeah, I was completely zoned out for like the past 20 minutes. I don't know what happened.
Unless
Yeah.
you have some kind of crazy heroic action
Yeah.
left still.
Nope, there is no heroic cheat in my hand, so
Okay. Yeah, you are allowed to concede early if you'd like.
yeah. I don't like the way these numbers are positioned here, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, so that is it. Congratulations, CrispyDude here, winning it out in the end. Some great plays. I'd say, especially, man, you really split that damage pretty. In fact, that's really the reason that we saw 3 of those characters so low was the split of damage that you did throughout the entire game.
I very much like to split the damage. I don't like to end up in a situation where there's one person left and suddenly that one person's broken by themselves.
Yeah.
Because I'm bad at predicting who's going to be broken by themselves.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and there is certain characters that can be incredibly risky if that's the situation. For example, like Cedric being the last character can be very deadly. But anyway, great game, guys. That was a lot of fun. I love the interplay you guys had with all of your interrupts going back and forth. But yeah, anyway, great game, and that's it. So we'll see everyone else at the next match. We got one coming this weekend, I believe, on Saturday. I don't have a set time, and this one actually probably won't be recorded unless Max Master decides to come up with something on his own, as I will be out of town this weekend. So unfortunately, we'll probably miss that one. That's between XR and Ananub. So anyway, that is it for tonight. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.